Forgot my end message here. For this Thursday thing, we're going to do things a bit differently, and that is... Hey, what the... forgot my intimacy chair. Okay guys, so I just got this in. This is the brand new iPod Touch. This bad boy inside has this Apple A10 Fusion, whatever that is. It's got a quad-core processor. Damn! It's got a GPU, PowerVR Series 7X GT7600. Internal storage, up to 256 gigabytes of RAM. Not RAM storage. This is 128. It's enough, I suppose. But the iOS takes up 10 gigabytes of it. Battery life. This says music playback of 40 hours. It's only got Bluetooth 4.1. I'm not sure what that is. I think we're up to like Bluetooth 5 right now, right? Those FIO devices, heck, they'll connect all the way down the street, as you saw on my FIO or Bluetooth face-off or walk-off or whatever it was. It's a good idea to sort of match, if you can, your clothes and your accessories to the capillaries under your skin. You know, if they're visible. If you got like skin that's kind of yellow and then you got the capillaries, and you kind of become a little bit orange, so you got to be careful. But I'm pretty translucent, so nope. What? Yes. Wait, what? Okay, disable what? Don't really care about that. Welcome to iPod. Okay, this did take a couple of minutes, but let's get started. Holy, look at all this stuff. This is a lot. When I first got my iPod Touch in 2007, there was like nothing on the screen at all. Just a couple of icons, maybe like that much. Then I jailbreaked it and I could have put a whole bunch of stuff in there. But geez, look at all this stuff. It's mad. Apple have gone to like no lengths at all to change the design of this thing. It looks exactly like the iPod Touch that came out like years ago. It also hasn't really changed much under the hood. I suppose maybe you can get more storage, maybe not. I haven't followed iPod Touch for a long time. You get a more powerful processor and better graphics, I guess. I mean, I haven't really been following the iPod Touch scene. So if you play games, you want to give this to your kids to like enjoy music and play games, well, fine. It's a lot of money to give to your kids, but video playback of 8 hours. I wonder how long it would play DSD files on the Onkyo app. I guess we'll have to find that out later. So I got the 128 gigabyte version, and I'm pretty stoked for a couple of reasons. When I'm going to certain events, audio events, I need to take something that can basically expose most of my most important files very easily and quickly to a variety of different devices. And if, like me, you're using an iPhone SE, your battery might already be dead. In fact, I get, I don't know, not even half a day without having to charge this thing. After carefully unboxing the iPod Touch, I took it upstairs, put my favorite music on it, and then proceeded to test it with a bunch of different headphones. Really sensitive ones like the Audio-Technica CK10. Why? To see if it hisses or not. And then less sensitive ones like the Ultrasone ED8. Why? Well, to see if it manages to do high volumes without a lot of fizzle and sizzle in the IMD. As long as you don't need something louder than an iPhone SE, the iPod Touch 2019 is going to give you basically the best performance on the market with a couple of provisos. The iPhone SE is a little bit more powerful, and sure, you can get better testable devices than the iPod Touch 2019. Evidently, there's a new iOS out, and this thing shipped with iOS 12.3. So tonight I gotta hook it up, download the new firmware, and then go. I don't know why it missed that point, and that's kind of a weird thing for Apple to miss. If you want the absolute highest quality sound from a portable device, the iPod Touch by itself is not going to do it. It will, however, give you the best UI, the fastest UI, generally reliable and perfect smooth playback. It'll also give you a generally good and excellent headphone output. Gapless playback is guaranteed. But if you want to take it to the next level, all you got to do is get the Lightning to USB adapter and plug in something like NextDrive Spectra X. This bad boy, which I reviewed on this channel earlier, will take that output from 108 decibels to something like 118 or 119. That's approaching the territory of something like an Austen Kern AK380. In fact, it's approaching something like the Cohen Plan UD2. Carrying the Spectra X, a dongle and an iPod Touch together is ungainly, to be sure. But together, they're going to give you performance that's unrivaled by basically anything on the market. Okay, yes, the Cohen Plan UD2 does test better overall than this, by maybe a decibel or two here or there. But it's harder to use, has a horrible touchscreen, is slower, and is not as reliable. If you want the best, as well as wireless, this, that, and this together are basically going to drive any headphone you can throw at it. In fact, this output is as powerful as an AK380. If you love to listen to gapless albums like Tiesto's In Search of Sunrise or something from Pink Floyd, or classical recordings, you're going to love this bad boy. Especially if you're coming from something like Asta and Kern and even Cohen. Players that generally even advertise that they do gapless but don't always do it perfectly. Even loaded, the iPod Touch 2019 is basically on par with an iPhone 7 with a dongle. Because the iPod Touch 2019 has such a good headphone output, there's no reason to get real upset with the fact that the dongle doesn't work that well with it. It's been kind of a weird Thursday thing. I'm not really much of a reviewer per se. I do like to review stuff. I've reviewed like the iPhone SE. I now have written articles and done videos, I guess, of the iPod Touch 2019. Heck, I reviewed the Spectra X. Heck, I did a couple of articles on the dongle. I mean, I'm there. I'm just not the best reviewer in my class, for sure. I just want to say this. If you're looking for a great music player, the iPod Touch has always been one. And today, with its output, as I suppose, as it is, and has been for a couple of generations, it's still one of the best. But you can add things to it, like this dongle and a Spectra X, to basically get it up to levels that Asta and Kern have still not achieved after, 9 years or 8 years on the market? The iPod Touch, with the right dongles, will get you there. And it'll do it gaplessly, with an interface that's both solid, reliable, and quick. So if you are looking for a great music playback device to supplement your iPhone, get it. iPod Touch 2019, it's great.